Hi guys, BTArtboxnails has reached out to me and wants me to share with you their X-Coat tips, and I am going to be sharing that with you, reviewing it, trying them on, giving you tips on how to apply correctly, anything about them in general. I've been eyeing these up for a while, so I was thrilled when they reached out to me to share them with you. So I'm going to share everything in the box that they sent, and then we'll get applying those tips, and I'll let you know my thoughts on them. BTArtboxnails has also given me a coupon code for you to use, so it'll be down in the description, and I will put the links to the products they sent me down there as well, so you can find them easily. So here are the tips, the X-Coat tips. It says patented X-Coat process, 60 seconds, more natural, healthier. And on the back, it says combined with specially patented materials and patented X-Coat process, X-Coat tips help people to solve some technical problems such as shaping, color matching, and nail apex building. With patented X-Coat process technology, gel glues can be dried quickly within 60 seconds, more natural and healthier. Wear X-Coat tips with nail glue, then apply builder gel and top coat and seal them. Easily get a salon manicure done in 30 minutes. That's exciting, right? Who doesn't want to do their nails in 30 minutes? So let's take a look at these tips. They are sealed, so I'm just going to open it. So there they are out of the packaging, and they are French tip, which I wanted to try out, and I wanted a short almond, so that's what these are. So the nice thing about these tips, there are 15 different sizes, which I think is great, right? Because we all have different shaped nails and widths. So you get a bunch of sizes, which makes it much easier for sizing. And I want to show you also, so there is different colors in here. So you're not just getting, this is a beautiful brown, but there's also a really pale kind of almost pink or peach. And then we've got the lighter brown. And then we've got a really pretty pink. And then an off-white it looks like. So that's nice. You get all of the different colors so you can pick whichever ones you want and have your own look. They also have different shapes and lengths. There is a whole lot of different ones to choose from on their site. If you haven't looked at it before, it's worth checking out. So I'm just going to take one off to show you, but these are the strongest tips I think I've ever had or ever shared. They have a nice curve to them. They're thicker at the end, and I will be buffing that off. And very thin at the cuticle, which makes for the perfect tip. And we're going to do the bend test on them. So I can barely bend them. That's good. That means they're really strong. And then when I bend them back, you notice there's no line. So that is always a bonus, meaning it is a really good tip. So I will be trying them out in a bit here. I just want to share everything else you need in order to apply them. So it says here to prevent the top coat and French designs from peeling off, you must need to apply a layer of builder gel and a top coat. And don't forget to cap the edges, really important. So they give you a card on how to apply them, which is nice. They also sent me a 180 grit file, which you're going to need to prepare your nail to apply them. So here is the mini UV LED nail lamp they send to apply them with, and this is a 6-watt lamp. This will work for flash curing. I will use my full lamp in order to fully cure them, but this is going to be great for flash curing. And this has in it, of course, you get the power cord and the little light. So it looks like it has a 60-second cure on it. And you press and hold the power button for 2 seconds for 120 second cure. So there's that power button I'm talking about, and I'm just going to plug it in right there. So turning it on, there's the lights. You put your finger there, and if you're doing the full nail tips, you would just go in sideways. It's really cute, right? So if I hold it for 2 seconds, it's going to do, it says 120-second cure. I'll just have it on the 60-second. So these are the products you're going to need to apply them. And first of all, we've got the gel glue. And then they also sent a top coat, number 2. Oh, and it has the numbers on it, I see. And number 1 is the builder gel. So once you apply the tips, then you would apply the builder gel on top so it doesn't chip away your French design. It'll protect it and you won't have any troubles then. And then after you apply that and cure it, you're going to be applying your top coat for a shiny top coat. So those are the products we're going to need. So I'm just going to decide which tips I'm going to be using on myself, and we're going to apply them, and I'll explain exactly how to do that. So because it happens to be New Year's this week, I want to use the darker brown, and I'm going to do something a little extra to jazz them up for the new year or for New Year's Eve, and they're going to be so pretty. So we're going to size them quickly. And then I will prep my nails, get them ready. So you want to be sidewall to sidewall. And you want it to be a comfortable fit, but not going over. My nails on both hands happen to be the same. So when I find the size on one hand, it'll be the same on the other. One thing I have to say about the tips too, I really like how they box them. I love that they're on this. It makes it so much easier to size versus even having them in a box with sizes, if that makes sense. I find it just a lot easier. Okay, so now they're sized. So before I prep my nails, I'm going to take the file they gave me and I'm just going to remove a little bit of an edge on these tips. You want to use the less grit side. And just lightly take that off. So there they are, ready to go. And the nice thing about these tips, you do not have to do any filing underneath. They're pre-etched, so they're ready to go. So that was nice and quick. You'll have to excuse my hand. I was taking down the Christmas tree yesterday and I stabbed myself. So I do have a good cut there, so I want to protect it. So to apply these tips now, we want to take the file, the 180 grit file, the softer side of the file. You want to just lightly buff your nails to remove any shine off them. I like to round the free edge just a little bit since these are oval tips I'm putting on. My nails are pretty short right now anyways, so I don't have to do a lot of that. Now with the cuticles, you could use a cuticle pusher. You want to remove any dead cuticle off the nail. I am a certified nail tech, so I always use the e-file to fix up my cuticles and get them off my nail. So I'm just going to do that quickly, but you could just use a cuticle pusher and just make sure that they're removed off the natural nail. So I'm just going to quickly go around. Because I am a nail tech, I would use a cuticle trimmers. Mine aren't bad. I had just did my nails not too long ago. So once that's done, you want to take some nail prep, and I'm just going to spray to remove any of the oil still left on my nail or any dust that might be there from filing. Just get up there nice in those cuticles. Now we're going to start applying. I'm going to get my light ready. I'm just going to move these over a little bit. Turn it on. So taking the first one. So now I'm going to take the gel glue and we're going to apply them. Let's see how quick we can do this. You could use this light for fully curing. I will just use this for flash curing and then stick it in my big light. So you're just going to apply a little bit of the product on the base of it. What's probably going to cover your nail, and then you're going to add a little dollop in there, just enough to go over the full nail. And when you apply them, these are a little trickier because they're quite short, but you want to do it at a 45-degree angle and then push down. It's ready to go. So I'm going to put it in the light. Make sure you're holding it so that it doesn't get any air bubbles. And the first one is on. How cute. As you do these more and more, you know exactly how much to apply so that you don't seep out of the edges or the end for that matter. And definitely want to make sure it's nice and straight. So let's move on to the next one again. So the consistency of this, it's thicker, but it's not too thick. It's kind of perfect for applying them, I think. I've never used it before, but I do like it. So there's the dollop on there again. Make sure it goes on a 45-degree angle and nice and straight. And as you can see, I do have product that's seeped out. So I'm going to grab a brush and clean that up before I put it under the light. So I'm just going to hold it, do a removal here. So obviously I had a little bit too much on this one. And I'm just going to check it and make sure there's no air bubbles or anything. Make sure it's straight. So let's do the middle one now. Just a thin layer on there, and then just a little dollop. Like I said, you'll learn how much you need as you do them. And 45-degree angle, make sure it's nice and straight. And I do have a little seepage on the one side, so I want to get that before I put it in. Again, that 45-degree angle. I should have told you too before I started applying these, you could add a dehydrator, a primer before you apply them. I didn't. It didn't come with one, so we're going to do it like this and see how long they're going to last. So being this is the last one I'll be showing you, I just want to say that these were really easy to put on. It didn't take long at all. So now I have them done. I'm just going to have to file around the edges and make sure you wipe off any stickiness that might have seeped out in any way first. And underneath, it's a good idea. If there's anything a little bit sticky there, you want to wipe that. And I'm just going to lightly go along the edges with the file that came with it, just to make sure there's no extra seepage, just the softer or the less coarse side. And also make sure you're going underneath, not on the side, because if you're going to file the sides of these tips, you're going to remove the French part of it, and you don't want to do that. So just underneath, just to make sure you get anything extra under there. So when I'm done filing underneath, now if I had seepage around the cuticles, I would definitely take, say, a sanding band on a low setting and go around the cuticles, and that would be just fine too, but I didn't have any, so I'm not going to show that in this video. This is the last one I'm showing you, and then we're going to do something a little bit extra to these tips before I do the builder and top coat. I'm going to use a glittery gel over the tips because it is New Year's, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. It's going to look pretty though. Really easy to do. So I'm going to put some of this product. I'll show you it up close. It's a silver, but it's got a lot of color in it. It's very pretty. We're just going to put that with a liner brush all over those brown tips. I'm going to grab my brush and dust off the nails good. Just apply it right on the brown. I don't want to cover up the brown because it is really nice. So it's just going to add a little sparkle without overdoing it. What do you think? Really pretty, right? Simple but pretty. They're really pretty like that. I might just go over them just a little bit more, just add a little bit more glitter to that. So now I'm going to cure them. So now we're going to add the builder over top of them. Remember to cap those edges. This is where you can fill in the nail if I got it too bulky, say at the very tip from the glitter. I could just add a little bit more to make a nice transition. So I'm making sure I cap those edges, and now look here, I could add just a little bit there. That's going to fill it in nice. Those are so pretty. And I'm just going to make sure I cap those edges really good so I don't get any chipping. These should last me for 3-4 weeks. Could even last longer, but that's how long I'll be wearing them. Okay, that looks really good. And I capped the edges so it can go in, and I'm just going to flash cure it and move on to the next one. They're just so pretty when you get that shininess to them. Just need a little bit there again, just that ridge. Obviously, if you didn't add the glitter, you wouldn't have that ridge. It was my choice too, so I want to make sure it's nice and smooth transition, like I said before. But if you did not, it would be nice and smooth. Okay, looks perfect. I want to cap those edges good. This is a really nice builder. I find it self-levels really nice. It's not too thick. That one is done. Oh, I got something, a piece of fuzz. Okay, now it looks good. So that's all I'm going to show you with the builder. It will be the same on every nail. Now I'm going to grab number 2, which is the top coat, and just a thin top coat over them. And make sure, again, cap those edges so it doesn't chip. So pretty. I love the tips. The color of them, I like the base of them and the brown, and I like that little pop of glitter for New Year's. But I do really like them. Now I'm going to do my other hand, and then I'll show you the nails all done. So here are the nails completed, and I do have to say, I think these are the nicest tips I've ever applied. They just look so beautiful when they are top coated. They were so easy to apply. They're such great quality. I can't say that enough. And they have the nicest arch. It makes for the perfect tip in my eyes. I would love to try a bunch of different lengths and shapes. And I want to thank BT Art Nailbox for sending me the products to share with you. Links will be down below with my coupon code. Here are the tips with the lights dimmed. How beautiful. Perfect New Year's nails in my eyes. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next one.